Hello farmers, my name is Manyore and I am coming to you with yet another informative edition of your program, Agricultural New Directions, Agribusiness. So this is a platform which is specifically created for our farming community here in Zimbabwe. This is where we converge and share ideas on how to become productive as we pave way towards achieving Vision 2030 as a country. Now, it is a fact that in most farms here in Zimbabwe, labor has become a scarce resource. You would find that the few laborers that are left on the farm become very costly to employ, be it casual or on a permanent basis, which is why we are coming to you with a solution about precision farming for small-scale farmers here in Zimbabwe. You would find that employing a person will end up eating into your profits. The smaller profit margins that you had made up along the season will end up being exhausted by only labor without including the various inputs, fertilizers, diesel, and even production costs. Today I am back again with Kurima machinery, and I've taken the liberty of inviting Norman Mupoti. He is an agriculture engineer with Kurima. He'll be taking us through the nitty-gritties of how to handle their machinery. Stay tuned. Hello Norman, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Wadzanai.
Yes, this episode is anchored on precision farming for small-scale farmers here in Zimbabwe. Now I want us to talk about the general, how does it work? How does this machine work in general? If one is going to acquire this machine, how does it work? And what sort of implements can be incorporated in terms of using it?
All right, this is a true tractor that we are providing at Kurima Machinery and Technology. It helps you to ease your operations at the farm, timeliness of operations. It removes drudgery from your operations at the farm. We can use it on many different implements, including the plow. You can use it to irrigate. You can use it to tow a 1.5 ton trailer. You can use it to reap. You can also use it to plant and to harvest as well.
Okay.
There's a harvester that is used for harvesting.
Okay, thank you so much, Norman. I want us to talk about the advantages that come with acquiring such kind of machinery. I understand that in the past, traditionally, our farmers would use hoes, would use rakes for cultivating their land. Now we are moving towards a Vision 2030, where we are talking about becoming an upper middle class economy, which talks of incorporating farming technologies. We need to embrace them as farmers. Now, can you take us through the advantages that come with acquiring your two-wheeler tractor?
All right. A true tractor is a machine, so it will help you to remove drudgery from your operations. It's time saving, meaning that you have to take a shorter period of time to do your operations at the farm. So my operations will total less time to do them on a farm.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yes. The general maintenance, we are talking to a farmer who's acquired this machinery. He's now at his farm. How does he maintain it generally, or storage? How is it stored? How is it kept to ensure that next season you can still use it? Its lifespan.
All right. The true tractor can take about 7 to 8 growing seasons using it. Then for maintenance, it's relatively easy. What you have to do is just to change the engine oil and the filters, and that's all.
Okay,
Yeah.
Periodically, we are, what are we talking about in terms of changing of oil? In cars, you are given mileage. Maybe after 10,000 kilometers or 5,000 kilometers, you are told to change your oil or go for servicing. Let us talk about the servicing of the tractor, like in detail.
All right. So with the true tractor, you use it for 50 hours before servicing.
Okay.
So the first service will be at 50 hours. At 50 hours, you need to change your engine oil only.
Okay.
Then you use it again for 100 hours. At 100 hours, you need to change your oil and your fuel filter.
Okay. In terms of wear and tear, are there certain parts that should be replaced seasonally, or it's just the oil? Or there are certain parts we usually have bearings, or certain parts in our agricultural equipment that need to be changed over time? Do we have any parts that you would recommend farmers to say, after such and such, or after a season, you need to replace this, we can provide you with this, you need to change that? Do you have such?
Yeah, exactly. So we have the belts.
Okay.
Belts, you can use it for two to 3 seasons before they worn out.
Okay.
So we need to change your belts maybe after 3 to 2 seasons. Then the bearings, we only have to make sure they are oiled or they are greased. They will take you for a very long period of time before you change them.
Okay. I saw some adjustments on the tractor, some that I don't know what you will be adjusting exactly, but for the sake of our audience there at home, they want to know how exactly it is used on the land. How do you adjust it? And in terms of fuel, is it how many liters do you need per, be it hourly or a day? And in terms of handling, how many people can use it in a day? Is it a machinery whereby you can lend your neighbor, or it is specifically for you, or you say after 2 hours, you know what, this equipment needs to rest, or you can go the whole entire day? I want us to talk about that.
All right, it's okay. So the true tractor is a machine that can be operated by one person. On average, you can do a hectare in 4 hours.
Okay.
Then per hectare, it consumes 7 liters of diesel.
Okay.
When plowing, then when planting, you lose less, maybe 5 to 6 liters.
Okay.
For plowing a hectare.
For
Yeah,
irrigating?
but it's much less.
Okay.
And for irrigating, it's much less. Maybe you can use 4 liters or 5 liters. When irrigating.
Okay.
Yeah.
We spoke about the lending of machinery, but maybe your neighbor would borrow. Your word of advice in terms of that, we are talking of a machine.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it bring complications, or if there are any complications, is there anyone at hand who can come or who can have it ferried back to your factory? How does it work? We are talking to a farmer who's bought this machine. Yeah. He is now in Karoi, maybe on his farm. He is encountering problems. How does he handle them?
All right, so the true tractor is not that complicated. The servicing or any complication that happens while the tractor is in operation, the farmer can easily tackle them. But there are some challenges that maybe after kuti haakwanisi kunatsa kuigadzira. That instance, anokwanisa kutora one of our technicians or to bring it back at our workshop so that the guys can attend to the tractor.
Okay, is there any training that you give to those who acquire this machine, or does it come with a manual? Do you carry it like that, or it comes in pieces, then a farmer has to piece it together? I just want our farmers to appreciate this equipment before purchasing it, so that they can understand the advantages that come with acquiring it.
All right, so when one buys the true tractor, it comes with a manual, of course, but we ferry it to his or her place. We do some demos so that the farmer knows how to adjust, how to use the tractor. We also tell him how to do the minor maintenance of changing the oils and the filters and stuff.
Okay. Chinosiyanisa tractor negejo and ox drawn plow. What is the difference? I can see that a person will still be handling the handles himself, and on a ox-drawn plow, we also have one person handling the handles. What is the difference in terms of probably adjustments? Pane kudzikisa gejo, whereby the plow needs to go deeper for the sake of turning the soil, or take us through that.
All right, so the true tractor is very different from the ox-drawn plow. That it's a machine, so maybe you can use it the whole day. With oxen now, you have to let them to go and graze and stuff. But the two-wheel tractor, you just have to use it the whole day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Norman. It was a pleasure having you with us today.
All right, thank you, Wazanai.
Yes, there you heard it, viewers. This was Norman Mupoti. He's in agriculture engineering there at Kurima. They are coming with farming solutions, technological advancements for our small-scale farmers here in Zimbabwe. On that note, we are going to go on a short commercial break. We'll be right back with this and more in the second segment. Don't go anywhere. Thank you, Zimbabwe, for staying tuned to Agricultural New Directions, Agribusiness. We are in the second segment of your program, and today we are here at Rainham Farm, where we are talking about precision farming. We are talking of adapting farming technologies that are handy for our small-scale farmers here in Zimbabwe. Now, viewers, we encourage you to be a part of these conversations. Feel free to get in touch with the producer, Wadzanai Manyore, on 0772-807-506. Alternatively, you can like our Facebook page, Agribusiness with Wadzanai. We are also available on Twitter, and our Twitter handle there is at agribusiness110. Now we encourage you to make a follow-up on these episodes and more, and leave your comments and suggestions on our YouTube channel, Agribusiness with Wadzanai. Now at this point in time, we are going to be talking to Yokai Chuma. He is the farmer here, and he's going to take us through the nitty-gritties of his operations. Stay tuned. This is Yokai Chuma. He is the farmer here at Rainham, who's undertaking various activities. Yokai, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Wadzanai.
Yes. As we get into our discussion, Yokai, you are representing farmers. We are talking of adopting precision agriculture in our small-scale farmers here in Zimbabwe. A brief background of what you do here on your farm.
Okay, thank you. What we are doing here, we're in Rainham, just outskirts of Harare, under Zimba RDC. So we have my agro-residential plots. It used to be Rainham Farm. It was acquired and given to Zimba Rural District Council. So they are selling plots. They sold us plots here. So it's a plot, 30,000 or 3 hectares, 30,000 square meters or 3 hectares, agro-residential. So we stay here. That's where we come from every day, going to work and traveling. And this is also where we are planning, where we are doing our business, in this case, horticulture.
Okay.
Yeah, Saka, we do my tomatoes, greenhouse farming, open field farming in season and out of season, where you can also use irrigation. I've got a few chickens as well.
Okay.
Yeah, the chicken makaya, the road runners.
Yes.
Yeah, I also do a bit of food production here for business as well.
Okay.
Beverages. Yeah, so I've got big orchard here as well. We have almost like 300 trees here.
Okay.
So that's what we're doing here.
Thank you so much, Yoga. I'm looking forward to Hefsters and Roadrunner before I go. But as we get further into our discussion, Yoga, how has it been for you? I understand that there is a shift from traditional methods of production where we are saying because they lack funding or they lack money to acquire tractors. And in Zimbabwe, when someone thinks of a tractor, they think of the four-wheel tractor. They think of certain brands where they think, oh, do I have to part with maybe 20,000 to purchase a tractor or a second-hand tractor? I want you to talk about the advantages for you, what you saw that came with you adopting this method of farming where you are using the two-wheeler tractor as compared to what we used to do in the past using the hose and several hand-driven tools.
This is, I think, my third year staying here. So we actually started the way you are talking about, traditional way.
Okay.
Yeah, I just had one worker and myself and my wife. So we are still working here also physically on the field.
Okay.
So we used hose to to put our I know right now people are talking of Kurima Makomba.
Okay.
But sometimes when the land is biggish, yeah, like us, we are small scale, we are somewhere in the middle. It's quite tough. It takes a lot of time.
Yes.
It takes a lot of time, and you need more manpower. And vanhu vanoita $5 per day.
Yes.
Yeah, so haya vanhu tauya vachishanda muno munobuda mari yakawanda zvisingaite, and you can't actually employ full-time people again vakawanda kuti zvinhu zvako zvifambe. Saka I also did not know about these small tractors like walking tractors.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I saw them, I was like, oh, wow, this is perfect for what we want to do here, because takaona kuti nyaya yetime kubata nguva taitotadza kuparima pese kuti papera season yaitozopfuura, taizoona zvatazopedzera kurima kopedzisira because of our speed yatichita nayo zvaizoshaya mvura.
Yes.
Yeah, ukada ukasika zvekutanga mvura inenge isati yanatsoita, saka taitadza kutopapedza ipo pa 3 hectares.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I then got introduced to this kind of implement, I then really wanted to try, because I to hire a tractor. But you can see it's not big enough for a tractor.
Yeah.
My big tractors, even anosiya magadi, even ukada kuti azoita I find tilth, you then pay again.
Even pakuzotena kuzapata kutosvika kune fence.
Chop fence and kuti manatso maximizer space.
Yes.
Amuzokwanise ku maximizer space. Yeah, and even to deal with pasiwa parimwa ne tractor hombe. Anonyanya kuzodiga kusvika muzasi.
Yeah.
And isusu kunoku kwatiri kunoku we have a bedrock that is very close by here. Okay. A solid granite rock. Saka our topsoil is thin.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Our topsoil is thin. We don't want kudiga kwenda muzasi. And even the richest part, saka sometimes when then ukaipidi gudza wakaivhutsira iyoyo watova kudhila nesubsoil ndo kune kwakupinda maroots ako crop yako, saka zvine ma disadvantage. Yeah, plus unongochibhadhara mari yakati wandei, vakomana vacho vanoda mari yakawanda vematractors and vanosiya vangorimo zvavanodawo, and hauna control. Saka you lack control yezvinhu zvako, kandi ukamufunga ndamborima ndakadai ndambokona ndakadai, unenge usina that control.
Yes.
Yeah, saka ma advantages ndiwayo ekuti ndakushandisa it's very fast, chinokasika kurova basa because it's double plow.
Yes.
Right, double plow kurova kuti dai kuri kumusha kwandakabva ini kumwe nezuko tingadai takasunga mombe 8 4 team of 4 ine 1
yes.
Anditi vanhu vari 4 kuti iyi team ine vanhu 2 iyi team ine vanhu 2. but apa ndogona chirova ndiri 1 ndochirova uri 1 chichimhanya plus even paspeed kwaona kusvika kumaspeed 4-5 unenge wakuti kana ukatosimba uchitogona zvakuda uchijoga saka in a few hours unenge watopedza nzvimbo yako chotogara. And sometimes I feel like I'm actually underutilizing it. It actually can go even for my bigger plots. Kutoti kana 10 hectares unogona kutochirima in season without a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then as we round off your words of encouragement to our Zimbabwean farmers, you often hear issues surrounding funding. People saying tukudowa matractor kwakati, later matractor kwakati. People are always complaining about issues surrounding funding. But here you are saying that you have been around for a while and you are using, implements that are suitable for a small scale farmer. You understood the category that you fall under and it's working out for you. Your word of advice to our small scale farmers here in Zimbabwe in terms of nyaya ngoti atinowa matractor, tikudawo mapivot, tikudawo zvakati. Your words of advice to them as we round off.
Yeah, sure. Chanera kutanga kutaura ndechekuti maproblem ane vanhu ka vanofana kuziva kuti haasi wekutanga kuti maproblem iwayo ekuchema capital kubva tichingozvarwa vanhu vanongotaura izvozvo and dzimwe nyika dzakawanda dzakatongobvawo nako mechanization kuno kuAfrica tiri kutevera kune vakatozvitanga saka kuna naAsia uko zvinobva zvinhu izvi zvinobva kuChina vakatori kumberi nenyaya yekusolve that problem.
Yes.
Saka kana tawana companies dzinoti importerawo that technology, that mechanization, then that's the way to go. Plus hazvinyanyi kudhura ma budget implements which are worth the value yaunobhadhara. Saka chinhu chekuti nemari yaunokwanisa kuwana senge isusu vamwe tichiri macivil servants tichiri kuenda kubasa but handina chikwereti chandakambotora kuti ndiwane ndine tractor, ndine grass, ndine lawn mower, ndine generator zvandaitongotenga from zvinotengeka zvakanaka and zvinoshanda. Saka kune zviya zvemari yakawanda wanda.
Yes.
Zvinonzi zvinodhura zvakasimba zvakaita sei izvozvi zvachoni still zvinotibatsira zvinoshanda according to mari yatoita bhadhara zvinotokurevera maseasons akawanda pasina kana major problems aunosangana nawo.
Thank you so much, Yokai. That was very detailed. On that note, viewers, we're gonna go on a short commercial break. We'll be right back with this and more in the third and final segment. Stay tuned. Welcome back, viewers. We are in the third and final segment of your weekly edition, Agricultural New Directions, Agribusiness. Today we are looking at precision farming for small-scale farmers who are spread across the geographical location of our country, Zimbabwe. Now we are going to be looking at issues surrounding the cost-benefit analysis of acquiring this two-wheeler tractor. We are also going to be looking at issues surrounding trade imbalance. How can machinery and technology be embraced so that we address issues in our economy, such as food insecurity, trade imbalance, export growth, unemployment of the youth? We are going to be looking at that and more in the third and final segment. Stay tuned. Norman, we are in the third and final segment of our program. Earlier on, I was joined by the farmer who was giving us a testimonial on how this precision agriculture equipment has enhanced his production systems. Now, at this point in time, Norman, I want us to talk about the cost-benefit analysis of this two-wheeler tractor. In the past, we've had people, laborers on farms, vachidiga, vachisakura, but now we are coming in with new technologies, advanced technologies. Take us through that.
Right. Thank you, Watsanai. So the true tractor is a machine. Unlike human beings get exhausted. Munanoneta. And these days labor is very expensive. Maybe you need $5 per person to plant or to plow a hectare. And per hectare you need maybe 3 or 4 or more people to do a hectare. So the true tractor, one person will be operating the true tractor. Then it's very efficient. Unlike human beings sometimes they cheat. They won't do it properly. Maybe some will store your seed, but with the true tractor now, matangira waita ndo mapedzera unoita yayo.
Yes. Now we have issues in our economy surrounding food security. We are talking of increasing our exports. We are just basically talking of how do we get there as a country. Nyaya dzana food security dzia. Tikutaura nezvemurimi anoshandisa badza kusakura. And here we are coming with machinery, advanced equipment for our operations from our farms. How do you think the use of technologies is going to help a farmer to produce more and even produce more that will end up going for sale? We are talking of subsistence farmers and even small-scale farmers. How can they produce more using this equipment?
All right, so the true tractor, targeted Vision 2030.
Yes.
Yeah, it will help you very, very much. Kana uinayo pamba pako, unaita proper planning. Kuti this time, ndinofanira kunge ndatanga kudyara.
Yes.
This time, ndinofanira kunge ndatanga kuplanta zvinhu zvangu, so that ndinofambirana nemwando. We know kuti we depend on moisture. So using the true tractor and the planter will help you to achieve the desired or the required plant population per hectare. At the end of the day, wakuharvesta unenge une goal rakanaka tabvisa nzara mumba. So with the true tractor unayo pamba pako inokubetsera kuti zvinhu zvako uzviite nenguva chaiyo. That's time saving, because in the case kuti maybe waita zvecontract farming, wahaya mafarmers, wahaya mamwe maoperators or vanoita zvekuisa machinery or the planting, vanogona kuti palast minute vorega kuuya because anenge awana a good offer somewhere else. Iwewo zvinhu zvako zvatoenda pasi, hauchakwanisi kuita planting yako.
Okay, now finally, as we round off, Norman, your advice to the youth out there in terms of those out there who are saying that they would like to acquire land, they would like to start small, start where they are and venture into agriculture. In terms of embracing such type of equipment and technologies, what is your word of advice to them?
All right, so to the youth vari kutsvaga minda or vari kuda kuita venture into farming, tinoziva kuti mwana akazvarwa haazvarwi nekutanga kumhanya, anotanga kugara okambaira ozofamba. So a true tractor will be a good starting point.
Yes.
For small scale farmers.
Yes. Your recommendations to our farming community. Yeah. You're an agriculture engineer working with a very good company, a well-known company in Zimbabwe. Your word of advice in terms of acquiring farm machinery. You sell farm machinery. Your word of advice, your recommendations, or the points that a farmer needs to take cognizance of when acquiring machinery.
So when a farmer is acquiring machinery or achida kutsaga machine yake inobetsera kuzorerutsa basa pa farm pake or pa plot or kumusha chaiko, there are certain things that a farmer needs to consider. Let's say you have a small acreage, you don't need to buy a bigger tractor.
Yes.
You also need to go for a true tractor, because you'll be looking at the cost. A bigger tractor is very expensive
to maintain
and to buy as well.
Yes.
So a small scale farmer anokwanisa kunge asina mari kuti atenge a bigger tractor, whereas these two tractors very affordable, very efficient.
Yes, thank you so much, Norman. It was a pleasure having you with us today.
Thank you, Wadzana.
Yes, there you heard it, viewers. We're talking of the various factors that we need to take cognizance of when acquiring machinery here in Zimbabwe. I was with Norman, he's with Kurima Machinery. We have heard them again to try and talk to you farmers in terms of acquiring proper technology so that you enhance your production systems, and at the end of the day, you get your right in investment per dollar as we pave way towards achieving Vision 2030 as a country. On that note, we have come to the end of the program. For me, Watsanai Manyore, I'm also on Instagram. It's a W Manyore. And Mukoma Dani Daniel Mranganwa. Have yourselves a fabulous evening. Thank you for watching.